Hey everyone, Brian from Bearable Traders here. It is Wednesday, February the 10th, and this is your midweek review. We'll take a look at where we've been so far this week, try and figure out where we might be going for the rest of the week. So let's start out here with the Dow. The Dow finished just slightly up on the day, and you can see here volume's been relatively subdued over the last week or so. We're back up into sort of overbought territory on the stochastics. RSI still looking okay, and we're still back on this trend line again, going higher. MACD's crossed over, and it looks like we're still going higher, although we get a bit of an indecision candle today on the Dow. IWM, which has been having really good past week or so of performance, pulled back today. We lost about a 2/3 of a percent there. So it was the IWM, was the small caps that flipped around and became the laggard today. And the sell-off was a bit more on volume here. So let's take a look at the rest of the indexes and see if we can infer something from this. But you know, the IWM was really getting overbought here. You can see here RSI overbought territory. Same with the stochastics. We're rolling over a bit here. So this could be just some profit taking on the IWM, small caps, and the Qs. Again, we had a bit of a down day like IWM. Not really significant. I mean, it was only 2.2%, 0.23 again. Stochastics kind of rolling over after being pretty overbought. And again, a little more volume than the last couple days on this sell-off. But, once again, we were getting pretty extended. And usually as we break out here, we do a check back, and could be this check back to this level where we broke out from. And you can see we did check back on the day and really just bounced right back off of where we broke out from. So we'll be looking to see if this trend can continue higher, which is typically what happens after you get a breakout and then you get a check back and then you get a move higher. So we'll be watching for that. SPY, not that weak. I mean, it pretty much finished flat on the day at 0.03% down. For all intent and purposes, it really didn't change much during the day, although we did have a bit of a trading range there. Volume picked up a bit. The dollar started to break down again here. You can see we've had a pretty significant pullback, lost these moving averages. We did finish up on the low of the day, so we'll be seeing if the dollar can start to rally back here and make a higher low. Here's your one low, here's your second low, and maybe we'll start to head higher after this another pullback here. Of course, as the dollar strengthens, the emerging markets and materials don't tend to do as well. And you can see here was really almost a really pathetic volume here on the UUP today. So not sure how much weight to put in that. Reversal, the VIX flashing a bit of a concerning sign here. If we do put in another bottom, we could be heading for a little bit more profit taking, I would say. We did, like I've been saying, we are pretty overbought. We've had a pretty decent run over the last week, and I was basically saying in the morning in the chat room, we really do need to see a bit of a pullback here. Just because we've been running up so much, so a little bit of a pullback isn't going to hurt, and then we can check back and then continue higher again because stocks only go up. So you can see here, it's pretty much an area where we found support before, so I think it's possible we could be in for a little more volatility through the end of the week here. Keeping an eye on the interest rates, you can see here pulled back significantly. Interest rates were down a bit today as the TLT came up. TLT is the price of the treasury. So as the treasury prices rise, the yields drop. So we had a bit of a drop in the yields today, obviously. And maybe we're going to start to rally back up here. Certainly if yields start to get too extended, too high, then we're really going to get maybe into an area where markets aren't going to like it. But you can see here things are looking like they're going to head higher here after this long pullback. And the transports, again, sort of a bit of an inside day. Again, a nothing day here. Really didn't, bit of trading range, but we really ended up where we started on the day. So not really sure can infer anything from that. And again, here's the Treasury, the 10-year Treasury. You can see the yields pulling back here. But we are still in a well-established uptrend here, so we'll be looking to see if this 20 moving average holds and we bounce and then continue higher. So as far as, let's take a look at the candles at a glance, the sectors. We may be rotating a little bit as we get a pullback on Qs and IWM. We may rotate a little bit, see some rotation into some of the value stocks. So let's take a look at the candles at a glance here. Again, SPY down on the day. Discretionaries really took a bit of a beating today, but you can see communications and technology not so bad. Energy has just been on a tear since it did this V reversal off the moving average, and we're right back up at some highs here. We'll see if that continues, but again, this is kind of the recovery play. You know, obviously energy consumption rises when the economy picks up. And XLF, again, we've had a nice bounce back on XLF as well with the rising rates. Usually financials do well in a rising rate environment, as we know.